Okay, everybody, our next section is music cues. Now, before we get started, I want you guys to think about what I mean by music cues. Yes, it's something in the music that gives a cue. And in Turbo Kick, we use a sound effect. And it's the same sound effect in every single Turbo Kick live class. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to go over them. I want you to remember them. So when you start teaching your classes, you are going to use them to your advantage. So not only are you cueing with your own words, but the music is also going to lead you through some cues as well, so the participants can remember them as well. So let's start with the first one. You guys are going to tell me where we hear this, and then we'll talk about how to use it.
Welcome to Turbo Kick.
Okay, where do we hear that one? Yes, the beginning of every round. And one thing that's not said in this one is what round it is. And why this cue is important is just, in my class, everybody's talking. So as soon as this goes on, all right, everybody, center floor, let's get going with our warm-up. It also lets you know what round it is. And whenever you change your round, pump them up for the next one coming. But you can also then get their advice when you want to bring in an old round. Say, hey guys, which round do you guys remember? And you'd be surprised at what rounds that they do remember. Next cue. Next sound effect.
Let's go, let's go.
Where do we hear her? And who is that, by the way? Chalene Johnson, creator of Turbo Kick. So it's neat that she's in every single round. This is the last 32 count phrase of every single long combo in the upper body block, lower body block, full throttle, and afterburn. Now, how would you use this? Or what might you say? Yes, last 32 counts. Let's put it all together. Make it your best effort. Very positive, encouraging cues to let them know it's the last one. Next.
Here we go, here we go.
What about that sound effects? It's the beginning of every hit drill. What are some cues you might say? All right, everybody. 1 minute, high intensity. This is where you think about maybe giving a little bit more. Remember, there's an option for everybody. You don't need to even give me high impact, but just increase your intensity. You guys are doing great. Okay, next one.
Let's go.
Do you guys remember when we heard that? This is at the beginning of every section, except your hit drills. So you're going to hear this at the beginning of the upper body, lower body, full throttle, afterburn, the right lead and the left lead. Yes, and this is just bringing them back. Get their energy, grab them again. If somebody goes off for a water break, all right, everybody, let's get started. These are ways to engage with them, and it's really nice because it's on every round, and then they're going to remember, okay, it's back to work. And I even have people step off, they reply to a text, but when that comes back on, they know it's time to work. So these are great sound effects that you can build on with your own cues to engage with them. Okay, how about this one? Turbo, yes. Now remember, Turbo Kick is a party-like atmosphere. Your job as an instructor is to create that environment. As soon as that siren comes on, your high knees, you're marching, you're bringing those arms up, you are gathering everybody together, and you create the whoop whoop, let's go, high energy. Now is the time that we've been working for a whole class turbo section, and it's when all those hit drills come together throughout the whole class. I love that siren, and they're going to begin to love it too because they know, okay, deep breath, this is it. Let's move on to the next one. When do we hear this? At the end of a turbo. What does this mean? Cymbals. Cool down. And what I love about this, it's a built-in break. It's a 1 minute in length, and it's just the amount of time that you need to push for the next turbo section. This is where I say, high five your neighbor, walk around, active cool down, greet somebody new. And I go around myself. I high five them, good work, I loved how you gave it your best on that move, and I loved how you made that move work for you. This is a great time to connect and recover, and they know it. And then when that symbol's done, it's back to work. Again, use these sound effects to cue you on how to cue them. Last one.
One more time. Please, one more time.
Very similar to the last one, but there's one major difference. Please, one more time. Is this after turbo number 1 or turbo number 2? Number 1. And that one more time, they know there's one more left. And again, all right, everybody, I know that one was tough, but what doesn't challenge you won't change you. You think of all these positive cues that you can rally the troops again for one more turbo. And again, that's 1 minute. It's a great time to connect, to let them know, okay, are we ready? We could do this. And it's really a time to build that teamwork, team unity, team bonding, because group fitness is pretty powerful. And in Turbo Kick, you bring all that energy together and everybody works harder. And it's pretty cool. So those are our music cues. Learn them. Pay attention to them when we go over any other music in class, and practice them at home. It's always good to know when they're coming up because it helps you give those anticipatory cues. Okay? Any questions? Okay, let's move on.